Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a Q&A video about our previous presentation, which is loneliness at universities. My name is Sabtrinovyanda, and with my partner Michelle, we will answer the questions that you have asked in the comment section. So the first question is from Olia Octavia. The question is, speaking about loneliness at universities, are there any people out there who don't experience that phase? Why or why not? And if one of your friends experience loneliness at universities, what will you do to help him or her cope with it?
First of all, thank you Yanda for reading the question for me, and thank you for Aurelia Octavia's question. I think everyone must be experiencing this phase at least once in their lifetime. It is like a transitional phase from the teenager social life to the adolescent phase. Usually this phase happens to someone from high school to the university. The first year will be rough because we will be placed in a totally different situation, and we will know no one, and that things can lead to feeling loneliness. And if someone going through that feeling, it's actually really normal. And if someone reach out to you when they feel that way, all you can do is being the safe space that they need, and don't put any judgment out there, because what they feel is valid, and just ask them what they feel and what they need at the moment. Sometimes all they need is actually a company and the assurance feeling that they got someone to lean on. And if you feel like you cannot handle it, you can accompany them to go seek for a professional, and it'll be so much better, especially if what they feel is severely affecting other things.
Next, the second question is from Ivan Pradana. The question is, what if someone chooses to isolate him or herself? Do you think it's related to social loneliness? Why do you think someone would isolate him or herself?
Okay, thank you Ivan Pradana for your question. I'm going to answer it. So, if someone isolate or distancing themselves from the society because it's their choices, I think all we can do is respect their decision. And sometimes, in a while, we all need break from the social life and time for ourselves. And personally, I think that's fine and that's okay. But it cannot be something permanent. Us as a human being is a social individuals that need someone to do certain things, and if that person keep isolate themselves permanently from the society, I cannot be sure why, but it might be come from their previous experience when they being social, and maybe that thing traumatized them. So because we never know what's going on in someone's life, the least thing that we can do is always be kind of nice to someone. Common decency costs nothing. Okay.
The third question, which is the last question also, is from Hilary Mayer. The question is, why do loneliness and suicide rate is so high today, despite the fact that communication is at its peak in our society?
Hi Hilary, I think it's a great question. I cannot be sure why, because there is a lot of whys people feel that way. And in my personal opinion, because our society is now really modernized and technology oriented, social activities is not as intense as it used to anymore, and everything is provided from our phone, and we can find literally anything from internet now. People will be harder to be reached out, and that things is what makes people feel distance for one to another. It can lead to higher rate of feeling lonely and suicidal. I think that's it.
So that was our answers from your questions that you have asked. I really hope our presentation could acknowledge you more about loneliness and be aware if your friends had experienced those things. And thank you for watching. Stay safe.